Let's go just now. Okay, 4 people already joined us. Nice. Okay, can you guys hear what I'm saying? Can you hear me? And you can see me, right? 9 people has joined, 8 people. Okay, just send the link to your other people so that they can join us. Anifa, yes, you can send the link to other people to let them join us. Anifa, Mojola Oluwa. So you can just send the link to other people so that they can join us. So we are starting the live video now. Thank you. Okay. I'll go with you guys. Now, um, actually, we just want to do revision, but let's see how far we can go. So now, let's continue. Where's your adjuster? So I hope you send the link to the yes. We 11 people. 11. So you can send the thank you. Send the link to the group again, please. Send the link to the group. So, yes, 11 people online. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, so we start from just we made it like a brainstorming session because we can't finish everything we want to start one by one. So I just be asking questions randomly for each topic. Then the one we finish it, I will explain. Now, so before we start, I will just advise you guys, please, please, please. I have someone in your one of the jambites. He had 352 in mock. He had 352 in UTM mock. Please, this jam, not right. There are some scores that you are not expected to get. Scores that can give you admission last year. I swear to Almighty God, this year, those scores cannot get it. The scores that can get different admission 3 years ago, you have 240. 2015, 240 can study medicine and surgery. Go and check the video. 217, they are studying what it can study medicine in UI. Yes, but as time goes on, they cannot study it again. So it means that if you pick the least course, the list of all the courses you pick, if the pass mark this year is more than the pass mark last year, definitely the cutoff mark for all the courses will be high, irrespective of the toughness. So we pick soil science, if you pick basketry, if people go for that basketry, there are many and they score very, very high. I swear your score become useless. Telling you. So please just be serious. This remaining 2 days can definitely add 20 marks to your exam. These remaining days, just 2 days, today is what, Wednesday, right? Now, okay, today is Tuesday, right? We are this 12 already. So now the remaining 1 mark, the remaining 1 day for you guys can add 10 or 20 marks to your exam if you really, really was read it, understand it, and calm down. You get what I'm saying now? So please, today's class is just be like you, what you have been reading, what you've done so far. So I'll be asking questions from that class. Now today, you said now what you now discover yourself that among all the questions that you asked me, how many can I solve? If I ask like 60 questions today and you cannot solve up to like 15, definitely you have to what? You have to plot it down. If I can ask you 60 questions and you find it difficult to solve like 50 out of 60, does that make any sense? Now, another thing today, the reason why Jam did 2 more, this year, those period that was more is 180, 2 hours, 2 hours, right? What they did. Now they use 2 different networks for exam. They want to see the one that will give them glitch like last year. They want to look at the one that will give them accurate results without any problem. That's what they do. So definitely this year there won't be any glitch, and they really, really monitored this exam. So please and please, this might be the last time we meet again, because but make sure that anything we do today, you write it down. Now I'm starting from rate of the reactions. I'm starting from the rate of the reactions, and I'll be asking questions from it. Now, on that rate of the reactions, we have what's called law of mass action. So who can state law of mass action? Who can state law of mass actions? Anybody? So who can state law of mass action? Anybody? Yeah, stand up. So what's law of mass actions?
Law of mass action says that the rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of
Reactants. Please clap for her. I think you've watched my video I dropped. So I dropped Rate's law, Rate equation, part 1. I dropped part 2. I dropped part 3. Some people, students they are not lazy. All my YouTube videos, I swear to God, even if you don't have any book, you will find time to buy data, 200 naira data. Just use that 200 naira to guys to watch the videos. It's okay for you. I'm not lying. Because all those 27 videos I dropped, they are the physical parts of the chemistry. What about more calculation on that chemistry. Those parts go and do it. You know watch. I'll be dropping it. I'll now be begging students, please go and watch. If you want to know that, you have to know. Now I drop rate of the reaction 1, I drop rate of the reaction 2, I drop rate of the reaction 3. If you can read the 3 for exam, you are okay. But you'll be begging you to go and watch videos. Now, so he said what? The rate of the reaction is directly proportional to what? To the concentration of the reactants. Example now, I have A plus B to give me what? C. A plus B is what? Is the reactant, right? Y C is what? Is the product. There's nothing concerned with what with the product here. What concerned is what is the reactant. Now, I have M here, I have N here, right? I have like Q here. Nothing concern me with what with Q here. There's nothing concern me. What I'm going to have at the what at the product side. There's nothing concern me with it. Because according to law of mass actions, you see that was the concentration of the reactant is directly proportional to the what to the rate of the reaction. Now, here, this M stands for what? The M stands for what? The stoichiometric mole of A. Do you get it now? The N here stands for what? The stoichiometric mole of what? Of B. Is that taken now? So now, using that particular law that you stated, our R is the rate of the reactions. Is directly proportional to what? To the concentration of A. Anywhere you see this bracket, it means concentration. And what we have in front of what? In front of A is what? Is M. So stoichiometric mole of what? Of A. Now multiply by the concentration of what? Of B. Raised power what? Raised power N. That is what law of mass action stated. Now, anytime we remove this particular sign, we are going to introduce a constant K. So we have what? R is equal to K, concentration of what? A, raised power what? M, and concentration of B, raised power what? Raised power N. So this is called rate what? Rate law or rate equation. Are we getting that? Now, so rate law was coined or was expressed. We derive it from what? From the law of mass actions. Which say that what? The rate of the reaction arm is what? Is directly proportional to what? To the concentration of the reactants. Good. Hope you can hear me. Thank you. I think we have 8 people watching. Now, so this is what the rate law. So it was rate equation. Do you get? Now, but one by one, what is the value of R? What is the value of K? Of E? What's the value of N? Now, R is called what? Rate what? Rate of the reaction. Rate of the what reaction, right? And the rate of the reaction what can be defined in 3 ways. In how many ways? In how many ways? In 3 ways. No, how many states of matter do we have? We have what? We have 3 states of matter. We have what? We have solid. We have what? Liquid. And we have what? Gas. If you are a jam bite, any state of matter, just go and tell your mom that don't even go. Or just go and kill yourself inside. First, you are a jam bite. Don't study nursing. Don't study medicine and surgery. You are a jam bite. And you don't know 3 states of matter. Just go and commit suicide. So now we have what? 3 states of matter. Number 1 is what? Solid. Number 2 is what? Liquid. Number 3 is what? Is gas. Now, we can define our rates of reaction in solid form. Right now, when the substance is solid, how can we define rate of the reaction? Now, normal, rate of the reaction is what? Is something, a quantity divided by time. That's the meaning of rate of the reaction, right? Something, a quantity that's, let's just say we have a particular quantity divided by time. So that was called the rate of the reaction. But in terms of the solid, I'll be using the mass of the solid. I say? I'll be using what? The mass of the solid. Now, in terms of liquid, I'll be using what? Concentration of the what? Of the liquid. In terms of the gas, I'll be using what? I'll be using volume of the gas. So definitely, if I want to define my rate of the reaction, rate of the reaction can be what? Can be change in mass. So it can be mass over time. Now, that means anywhere you see mass, definitely you are talking about what? Solid. Now, it means that my rate of the reaction can also be what? Can also be concentration, change in concentration over what? Over time. Now, this means that when you read this formula, what does that mean? We are talking about liquid or solvent. Solvent is liquid. Now, gas, rate of reaction was volume of what? Volume over time. This one is very, very common. Even gas loss under gas, we usually use the one. We usually use this one. Volume over time. This one is very, very common, right? Now, so this mass is measured in what? In gram. Time measured is what? Seconds. Concentration, molar or molar dm3. Time, seconds. Volume, cm3 or dm3. Time, 6 seconds. So this is what you can use to define your what? Your rate of the reaction. Are we there? Now, but there's one thing they can ask you here. What is the order of the reaction? The overall order of the reaction can be calculated by what? By adding the stoichiometry value, the stoichiometric coefficient of A and B. We can know our order of the reaction by adding the what? The stoichiometric value of what? Of A and B. Now, so what's the stoichiometric value of A here? Is M. What's the stoichiometric value of B here? Is N. So M plus N is what? Is the order of the reaction. So if I want to know order of the reaction, order of the reaction is given by what? Is given by M plus what? M plus N. That is the coefficient in front of your A plus the coefficient of what? Of B. M plus N will give you what? The order of the reaction. Now we now have what's called first order reaction. We have zero order reaction, first order reaction, third order reaction, first order reaction, fifth order reactions. But as your UTM is concerned, you are what? You are expected to what? To know zero order and the first order reaction. Now, so how can I get first order reaction? How can I get first order reaction? First order reaction is when you have R equal to K. A raised power 1, B raised power 0. Do you know that the this one stands for what? For M, right? If you compare together, M1, N is 0. So if you add it together, 1 plus 0 give us what class? 1. That means what? The order. This equation is what is that what? Zero order reaction. Is what? Sorry, it's what is first order reaction. Why? Because our order of reaction is what? Is 1. But when can we have zero order? Is when we have something like R equal to K. It means that the power of A here is 0. Power of B here is 0. Because any number is power 0 is what? Is 1. Is that okay? So 1 times K will now give you what? R equal to K. So you tell me can give you any equation that R equal to K. So in the above equations, what is the order of the reaction? What's the name of the reaction? It's what? Zero order reaction. And there's another thing you have to know under this particular order of the reaction. Each order has their own graph. Each order has what? Has its own what? Its own graph. Now, for example, now, if your graph look like this, what type of order of the reaction has this graph? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Very good. Now, so this was, and don't forget that rate is plotted on the y-axis. The concentration is plotted on the what? On the x-axis. Now, this is zero order reaction. This was zero order reaction. But if you have something like this one is what? First order reaction. So first order reaction has this one. Now, but if you have something like this, is what? Is second order reaction. So just on the three, very, very important. So second order, first order, and what? And the second order reaction. Now, another thing I want to tell you today, I'm solving all those questions that you know that you don't understand, you don't know in your life. You have been solving questions, and the question is giving you problem. You get? So, this is called revision class, and at the same time, it is called what? Brainstorming class. Do you get it now? So, just what? Just pick any question you know that is giving you problem. So, be calling it out, and we are going to solve it here. We are doing revision on all the topics. We are not taking topic one by one. We are doing revision on all the topics that is giving you problem. Do you get it now? So, another thing is that we are going to what? We are going to diverse, not only chemistry. So we can move to the biology, we can move to the physics, we can move to chemistry. So just know maybe you've read. Now, any question? Anybody? Do you have any questions that is giving problem? Okay. Let me just use it. Let me use it. I'll get another one tomorrow. Now, you've not started anything, so people are sleeping. I want to write down. God. I love impact. I love impact. Yeah, no. So, anybody, any questions? We is all supposed to have questions so that we can talk about that topic. So that we can talk about that topic. You are stupid. You are asking for PH. PH, I drop a videos on PH. Have you watched my episodes? You know we are like. Now, any questions? Any questions? Like this is your question, bring it out. Bring questions. We are solving questions. So, did anybody online ask question? Wow, 14 people. So we are moving there. Let's get to 30 people. Let's get to 30 people. Don't go and sleep. Oh. We are solving questions. Like we are solving all those questions this night. There's no sleep for you this night. But yeah, let's go. Now, you already know this one, Abi. You are having problem. Some people said they have problem was in organic chemistry too. Let me ask this question. The main constituent of natural gas is what? You can talk louder. You can talk louder. You know that you're in class. Now, the main constituent of natural gas is what? Is what? Is methane. That's the simplest systemic question they can ask you. The simplest systemic question. Even if you go tell it, I can never ask that particular question because it's very simple. How will they ask you which of the following is the main constituent of natural gas? As that now. If I were the one that said your question, I will ask like this: which of the following is the main constituent of natural gas? Option A, gobar gas. B, fire dam gas. I try to make it tough so that and the answer is there. You know that methane can also call gobar gas, but don't worry, you don't need it. Jack can never ask. The only thing they can ask is what's another name for methane? That's marsh gas, right? So you only know it as marsh gas, not gobar gas. Gobar gas may get to that level, so you are going to do many things. Do you get it now? So don't let us be there. Now, someone is asking question on pH and pH. Do you have any question like calculation question under it? You are stupid. Now, so pH, I told you that pH, normal pH equal to what? Minus log, I mean now, minus log base 10. Concentration of what? Of hydrogen in your abi. You can write it like this. Some people can change H to what? To hydrogen million. You see the same thing. But don't forget that this particular expression, I can change to this or pH equal to what? Log base 10 1 over H plus. Do you know that they are the same thing? Do you know that they are the same thing? So this one has negative. So this negative is what I have here, 1 over. This negative here has come towards 1 over here. So this thing, Jam can ask you which of the following expression is incorrect. You can ask like that. So this and this, they are the same thing. This and this are the same thing. Hope you are getting that. I hope you are getting that. But in your UTME, you don't have calculator. You don't what? You don't have calculator. So how can you use this formula? What can you use to get your pH in what? In a question. I remember last year I told you I'm supposed to have like 95 in my chemistry, but there's one particular question, pH. I know pH, but I've not solved it. Why? Because there's no log in my calculator. Then I don't know this formula. It's after that day, after that exam, that particular day, and I said that, oh, my students, if they see that kind of question in the day, they will not miss it. Let me go and find, let me go and research on how I can get pH without using calculator. That's when I now brought about what? A particular formula that is pH equal to what? Equal to P minus N over 7. Very, very simple. Now, in your calculator, you have 7 there. So you can press your 7. Now, for example, now, we are given the concentration of the acid to be 0.005 molar. Now, this is what they give us. You can't just press log 0.005 molar. It cannot give you. Do you get it now? Your calculator doesn't have what? Log it in. What can you do? Convert this thing to standard form. What did I say, class? Convert this thing to what? To standard form. I can't hear you. Convert this thing to standard form. How can you do that? Now, you start from this point. 1, right? 2, 3, right? Definitely, this thing becomes what? 5 times 10 raised power what? Minus 3 molar. Yes. You can press like you are going to check it. If you press log 5 times 10 minus 3, it's going to give you the same thing that we are going to get now. Now let's go. Now, what's our P? P is power. The P there is what? Is the power. Now, what's power here? Is what? Is minus what? Minus 3, right? But there's nothing concerning us with this negative. I told you, nothing concerning you with what is negative. Just neglect the what? The negative. What's your P? Class. Is what? Is 3, Abi? I told you that nothing concerns you with what? With the power. I mean, with the charge, either plus or negative. There's nothing concerning you. Just write the what? The power that we have there. So the power that we have there is what? Is 3. This P, that's 3, right? Now, we now go and look at the first number. What that first number that come before 10 raised to minus 3 is what? Is 5. That is my N. N is 5. Then use your formula. pH equal to what's the formula? P minus N over 7. What is P, class? P is what? Is 3 minus what's my N? 5 over 7. Now, pH will now be equal to 3 minus, your calculator can simplify 5 over 7. In your jam, you have 5 over 7, right? Now, if you press 5 over 7, it will give us what? Anybody, 5 over 7 will give us what? 5 over 7 will give us what? 0.714. Now, remove 0.714 from 3. What do you have? Remove 0.714 from 3. What do you have? 2.286. Approximately. What do you have? 2.3. Abi. Now, someone should help you to press log. Press log is 0.05. Log is 0.05. Don't forget that there is minus, Abi. Press minus log 0.05. It's going to give us the same thing, 2.3. Press minus log is 0.05. If you don't give you 2.3, check it. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. That's it. Is that okay now? So this one you can never do it in jam. I now solve my jam. I know the formula. Though you should know something, and you know something. Another thing I want to tell you, in your physics, simple AC circuits, under resonance frequency, that they ask you, calculate the resonance frequency. What's the formula for resonance frequency? F was 1 over 2 pi square root of LC. There are some times that what they will give you, they can give you 7.5 times 10 to the minus 77, and they don't say square the square root. And your UTME question do not have square root. Do not calculator do not have square root. Have you forgotten it? Your UTME calculator will need square root. How can you simplify that particular question? So you have to be very, very fast. You see, UTME is not about your intelligence. It's about how smart you are. It's about the smartest. So if you are brilliant, you are intelligent, and you are not smart, you will fail. Hey, you are doing like, hey, when you come home, I sabi do. They play. Don't smart. Because there are some questions that it's only for smart people. Do you get it now? So we can see now we have what we've already calculated our pH. 2.3 is our pH. So the same thing applicable to what? To pOH. So just change that formula to pOH is the same as what as P minus N over 7. It's the same thing. Are we there? So that's how to calculate our pH. Like 19 points.
19.5.
8.5. Yes, we are going to simplify like that. Now, we have 3.5 molar, and they ask us to calculate the pH of a solution with this particular molarity 3.5. What can you do? Just convert your 3.5 to what? To standard form. That is 1. Abi, so that you have 35 times 10 raised to power minus 1, because you only what? You only shifted the what? You only shifted the point just once, right? So from here, you shifted it here. That's minus 1. So your what? My n will be what? Will be 35, right? Why my what? My power will be 1. Is that taken now? So now use your formula. pH is equal to power minus n over 7. What's my power? 1 minus 35 over 7. Do you get it now? So my pH will now be equal to 1 minus, now if you put 35 over 7 to give us what? Yeah? 5. So 1 minus 5. What will give us? Minus 4. So yeah, press it. That should give us minus 3.9 or minus 3.8 something. Then we now have possibility to what to give us minus 4. Log 3.5. Then you are putting minus now because it's in the formula. Minus log 3.5.
Minus 0.5.
Press again. Minus log 3.5 is 10. It give us what?
Minus 0.5.
Minus 0.5. That means it's only for call it. Yeah, do this one. Let's try this one first. 5 times 10 minus 2, Abi. Yeah, it will be what? It will be 2 minus 5 over 7. Yeah, try this one. 5 over 7 is what? 0 point. I think we do it.
0.71.
That's 2 minus 0.7 what? 71. Yeah, press 2 minus 0.71 to give us what? 1 point what?
1.29.
1.29. Oh yeah, press minus log 0.05. Press minus log 0.05. Minus log 0.05. 1.3. You can see now. So it's actually what? It's actually correct. I don't know for this one. You just be praying that there's not be fail for this.
So, sir, it's only for when you're finding pH, you can use that formula.
At the pH. Do you get? You can use
What
it.
about those OH minus H3?
Thank you. That one. You can use this formula for it. No. What is this? H plus Abi. That's what? Hydrogen ion concentration multiplied by what? Hydroxide ion concentration. If you time them together, you must get 10 per minus 14. Abi now? Now, so if you want to know this one now, it now be what? It will be H plus equal to what? That is 10 raised power minus 14 divided by hydroxide ion concentration. Do you get it now? So another thing, the simplest one that you can know. No, from here, pH equal to what? Minus log base 10 hydrogen ion concentration. And you want to know this one. How can you do it? So that means hydrogen ion concentration has a formula 10 raised power minus pH. Now, if your pH, class, if my pH, look up, oh, if your pH that the one they give you in question, if your pH is 3, if your pH is 3, the question I ask you, calculate the what? Calculate the hydrogen ion concentration. So pH is what? Is 3. And they now said calculate what? Calculate the hydrogen ion concentration. What are you going to use? Just use your formula. Hydrogen ion concentration equal to what? 10 raised power minus pH. Are you getting that? So hydrogen ion concentration will now be equal to what? 10 raised power. What's my pH? Minus 3. So that's the answer. Now press you can just check it. It's the same thing. Just check it. So this has to find 10 minus 3. Then you can just put it in this formula and be able to know the value for this one. Are we there? Now, so let's quickly move to another aspect. Let's move to biology now. Let me ask a question from biology. We are doing division. What is the difference between hibernation and estivation? This is a UTME question. What is the difference between hibernation and CHM, bio, and physics? Now, hibernation and estivation. Anybody? Anybody? Now, what is hibernation? Then between hibernation and estivation, anybody? Yeah, jam bites. Okay, you are a math student. Jam bites, hibernation and estivation. Is it what? Inactivity of animal during hot. What that's the estimation of hibernation. Estimation. Which one is dry? Which one is cold? Ah, are you normal? One is cold, one is dry. Which one is cold? Which one is dry? Now, a good example of organism that can undergo estimation is what? Long. Don't forget to. Okay, now metals and their compound. Metals and their compound. Metals and their compound. Metal and their compound. I know that some people have been they have been disturbing people. They wanted to die because of this topic. we are reading, we are forgetting. Sir, we are reading this and only how can we read this topic? It's very simple. Metals and their compound. Now, before you can do anything under what? Under metals and their compound, what's now what is metal first? Class, what is metal? What is metals? What are the metals? Before you call a particular substance a metal, so what does that mean? What's metal? That was. Please clap for her. Clap for her again. Now, I love that definition. A metal is a substance that ionizes in aqueous solution by what? By electron loss. By what? By electron loss. So it means that metals are electron donor. They are what? They are electron donor. Now, give me one example of metals. Give me one example of metals. Aluminium. Abi? Now, this aluminium, what is this one, class? Which one can conduct between this one and this one? Which one can conduct electricity? Which one can conduct electricity? Eh? Between this one and this one, which one can conduct electricity? Yeah, what happened to this one? So definitely, because it does not use anything, so you cannot conduct electricity doing. So go and take aluminium pots and put it to go and take your aluminium pot and use it to change light in your house. Go and try your aluminium pot, then use it to no change over, and now like you have a broken hand, like the handle that is broken, right? So now to change it, you want to change it to maybe from generator to NEPA. So you now go and carry pots that's made up of aluminium. Then with your naked eye, you don't put anything to your handle. You are now using to change the light. You know that it can conduct electricity. You know you have fit it before. You know like this. I get it now. Exactly. So now aluminium, you see, both of them can conduct electricity. Is that taken now? Yes. Is that taken now? Now, this one conducts electricity by free mobile electrons. Aluminium can conduct electricity by what? By what? By free mobile electrons. I think forgotten. So that's their charge carriers. Is that taken now? But aluminium ion, this thing has become what? It has become aqueous. Don't know. This thing, that means a compound of aluminum has already dissolved in water. This is solid. Abi, this one is aqueous. Definitely, it can conduct electricity by what, class? You can tell me. By hydrated ions. This one conducts what? Electricity by what? By hydrated ions. Why aluminium, ordinary aluminium, can what? Can conduct electricity by what? By free mobile electrons. By free mobile electrons. Why this one can conduct what? By hydrated ions. Are we there? Why? Because this can serve as electrolyte. It can serve as electrolyte. So it has already dissolved in water to form this aqueous. Anywhere you see aqueous, aluminium aqueous, it means that aluminium has already dissolved in water. Hope you are getting that. So that's metals. Now, so what are the properties of metal that we have? They are not. They are good conductor of electricity. Now, why are they good conductor of electricity? Why, class? Metals are good conductor of electricity. Why? I just mentioned it now. Metals are good conductor of electricity because they have free mobile electron. Free mobile. Metals are good conductor of electricity because of what? Possession of free mobile electrons. You can ask different funny questions. So metals can conduct electricity by what? Because what? Because they have free mobile electrons. Because they have free mobile electrons. That's very good. Now number 2, they are malleable. They are what? They are malleable. What mean of malleable? They can be what? They can be hammered into what? Into thin thin feet, right? Now that means we can hammer. They can be hammered or they can be beaten into what? Into tin. So this is what that's the meaning of malleable. That malleability. We can hammer them into a thin what? Like thin seats, very very small from the big. All those goldsmiths that usually do chain, necklace, all the necklace we use. This thing is made from, it can be gold. I'm not sure that what you wear is good. It can be silver. I'm not even sure that it's silver. So as I know that this thing is from a particular metal. So that metal is big. So they have to eat it, break it down, and hammer it into that what we wear. Is that okay now? So that's the meaning of malleability. Malleable. We also have ductility. Now, what's the meaning of ductility? We have ductility. So what's the meaning of ductility? If metal is ductile, what do you mean? If I carry to throw you, and if you said a metal is ductile, what does that mean? It's strong. Lovely. You have to want it, right? Fine, sir. If metal is ductile, what does that mean? Therefore, it can be drawn into what? Into wire. If not, you will use the word draw. What can you use? It can be turned into wire. So it can be turned into wire. So metal are ductile. Why? Because they can be turned into wire. Metals are ductile because of what? Because they can be what? They can be turned into wire. Metals are ductile. Why? Because what? They can be turned into wire. Again, metals are good conductor of heat and electricity because of what? Because they possess free mobile electrons. So metals are malleable because what? Because they can be hammered into thin. Now metals are ductile because of what? They can be turned into wire. They are sonorous. Metals are sonorous. From the word sonorosity. They are sonorous. That is, if you see something, sonorosity. So metals are sonorous. Why? Because when you beat them, they produce sound. That's the meaning of sonorous, from the word sound. So when you beat metals, they produce sound. That's the meaning of sonorous. So metals are sonorous. When you beat them, they produce sound. Class, why do we say metal are sonorous? Metal are sonorous because when beating, they what? When beating, they what? When beating, they what? Now, metals, are they acceptor of electrons or donor of electrons? That means they lose electron in what? In water. I mean now, when they are in aqueous solution, they loses what? They loses electrons to form a positive ions. Hope you are getting that. And the last one is they have high melting and boiling point. They have high melting and boiling point. Metals 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 have high melting and boiling point. Are we there? Are we there? Now that means if I ask you a question, between non-metals and metals, which one have which one have higher boiling point? Hmm. Hmm. Is what? Is what? Is what? Is what? Is what? Why? Why? Now let's go. Sorry. So metals have what? They have high melting and boiling point. Also, they exhibit or they what? They are lustrous. They are what? They are lustrous. They are what? They are what? Lustrous. They are what? They are what? They are what? That is, they have lustral property. So lustral property. So if you say metals are lustrous, if you say metals are lustrous, what does that mean? Metals are lustrous because when light incidents on them, they reflect light. Metals are lustrous. Why? Because when light fall on them, they reflect it. Metals are lustrous because when lights fall on them, they what? They reflect light. So again, let's start from the beginning again. Now, why do we say metals are good conductor of electricity? Why? Because they have free mobile electrons. Why do we say metals are malleable? Why do we say metals are ductile? Now, metals have low melting point and boiling point. Is it true or false? Now, metal have what? High melting and boiling point. Have you now? Now, they have high density. Metals have high density, and they have high density, and tensile strength. Metals have high density and tensile strength. Metal have high density and tensile strength. Metals have high density and tensile strength. Thank you. So metal have what? High density and tensile strength. So what do we call tensile strength? Like it's hardness. It means that they are very hard. Now, but do you know that there are some metals that can be cut using knife? Sodium and potassium, they are soft. We can cut them what? Using knife. So except sodium and potassium that are soft. So metals they have high tensile strength and they have high density. But sodium and potassium are soft. Hence, they can be cut with what? With knife. Are we there? Yes. So these are the properties of metals. Now, what are the chemical properties of metals? So these are the physical properties of metals. So what are the chemical properties of metal? The mark you did, is it CBC or ET? Say you mark it by yourself or else you collect it, you mark it for you.
Ah, ATM.
You mark it by yourself. Eh? Who mark them? Hmm? Is who is Bolade? Okay, sit down. And you ask me, I'm saying my I don't know what's concerned me with Bolade. I don't have any problem with that. So what's my problem? So I don't know. So now let's go. Now, what is the chemical properties of metals? No, this one are the physical properties. What are the chemical properties of metals? Number one, uh, chemical properties of what? Of metal. Number one, reaction with non-metals. Reaction with non-metal. Reaction with non-metals. Reactions with non-metals. Reaction with non-metal. Hope you can hear me, please. Can you guys hear? If you can hear me, just type I can hear you, please. Any question? Who has question here? Any question? Any question? It's not by force. You can go and sleep. I don't want to wear jam now. Any question? Okay. Now, thank you. Blossom Atadoga. Now, you asked a question. You said, are metals soluble in water? It's a good question. Look at it. Let's use one metals. Metals are not soluble in water. Can you hear me? Metals are not soluble in water. They can only react with water. They are not soluble in water. Okay, now go and put iron rod. Put inside water. It cannot dissolve. It can only rust. Is that taken now? So metals are not soluble in water because they are not salts. So metals are not salts, so they are not soluble in water. So the only thing they can do is what? They can react with water. Hope you can hear me now. So do you understand it now? So metals are not soluble in water. They can only combine with water. Is that okay? So do you have any question again? Apart from any other question? Any other question? So Blossom, do you have another question? Now, let's go. So reaction with what? With non-metals. Reaction with non-metals. Reaction with non-metals. Reaction with non-metals. Now, this sodium plus this is sodium plus this help to rub that food. Now, is sodium non-metal or metal? Is it metal or non-metal? Now, it's now reacts with oxygen. Is oxygen metal or non-metal? So anytime sodium reacts with oxygen, it forms sodium oxide. Sodium. And how can we get sodium oxide? Na2O. Is the equation balanced?
No.
Now I'm going to go to We have 2 here. I'm putting 2 here. I'm going to put 4 here. So it's balanced. So sodium react with non-metals to form what? To form either oxide, sulfide, phosphide, nitride, and the like. So the first one is what? Is the reaction of the what? Of the metal with what? With oxygen. Anytime metal reacts with oxygen, the what? They form oxide. Now, that's the first one. Second one, I take another metal, sodium, react with sulfur. Now, class, anytime sodium reacts with sulfur, it give us what, class? And how can we write sodium sulfide? Sodium NaS, abi? Now, what is the color of sodium sulfide? The color of sodium sulfide is white. Is what? Is what? Is what? The only sulfide, well, we are still going to talk about sulfide in this one. The only sulfide that is yellow is ammonium sulfide. Is what? Is ammonium sulfide. Ammonium sulfide is the only what? Only sulfide that is yellow. Ammonium sulfide is the only sulfide that is yellow in color. Ammonium sulfide is the only sulfide that is yellow in color. Ammonium sulfide is the only sulfide that is yellow in color. Now, you see, calcium sulfide is white. Sodium sulfide is what? Is white. Potassium sulfide is what? Is white. Let me just tell you, it means that group 1 elements, their sulfide of group 1 elements are white. Sulfide of group 2 elements are white. Sulfide of group 3 elements are white, but not all of them. I get it now. So calcium sulfide is what, class? Is what? Is what? Sodium sulfide is what? This sodium sulfide though. This is sodium sulfide. Abi now. So it is what? It is white. Another one they can ask you, which sulfide has a gray color? It has a gray color. It is gray. That is gray. The sulfide that is gray in color. The sulfide. Blossom, do you have another question? Any question? So again, I said, so let me write it again. So that all of you can see it very well. So we have metals and their compound. Now, I said, what's the color of calcium sulfide, class? Is what? Is white. Now, what's the color of potassium sulfide? Is white. What is the color of sodium sulfide? Is what? Is white. What is the color of lead sulfide? Black. Lead sulfide is black. Lead sulfide is black. What is the color of iron sulfide? Is gray. This one is gray. The color of iron sulfide is what? Is gray. The color of iron sulfide is what? Is gray. What is the color of ammonium sulfide? Yellow. Ammonium sulfide is what? Is yellow. Is yellow. Don't sleep, we just started. Now, what is the color of zinc sulfide? Zinc sulfide is white too. Zinc sulfide is white. Zinc sulfide is white. Zinc sulfide is white. Calcium sulfide is what? Is white. Potassium sulfide is what? Is white. Sodium sulfide is what? Is white. Lead sulfide is black. Iron sulfide is what? Is grey. Ammonium sulfide is what? Is yellow. And zinc sulfide is white. Now, blossom and temprium. So please, you can just send the link to your friends in another group so that they can join us. You can just send the link to the what? Your friend in another group so that they can join us. Now let's go. Now, have you written this?
Yes.
Now, after that, we are seeing what? We are seeing on reaction of what? Of metals, which one with non-metal. Now, what of if sodium reacts with phosphorus? It's going to give us what class? Sodium what? If sodium reacts with phosphorus, it will give us what class? Sodium what? Is it phosphate, phosphite, or phosphide? Emmanuel, when sodium reacts with phosphorus, it give us what? Phosphide now is I. Anytime metal react with non-metal, what I'm going to produce is I, must end with IDE. Now, oxygen plus sodium oxide, ide, plus sulfur, sulfide, plus phosphorus, phosphide, nitrogen, nitride. Now, so let's go. Do not forget that phosphorus belongs to which group? It has atomic number what? 15, abi? Like what? 2,8, 5, abi? Now, what is the oxidation state of phosphorus here? Don't forget that we use the affiliate selection sometimes, right? But if I ask you here, what is the oxidation number of phosphorus? What will you tell me? Well, now tell me now. Oh yeah, tell me now. Is 5 correct? Is 5 correct? Is 5 correct?
Yeah.
Class, what is the oxidation number of phosphorus? Is it correct? Yes, now.
5.
Phosphorus has 3 oxidation states. Again, phosphorus has 3 oxidation states. It has minus 3 oxidation states, plus 3 oxidation states, and plus 5. Again, how many oxidation states has phosphorus, class? How many? How many? Number 1. Thank you. So definitely, if you tell me that the oxidation number of phosphorus here is 5, you are correct. But depending on the what? On the compound they give you. In organic chemistry, there is one reaction that ethanol reacts with PCl5 and PCl3 to form alkanoic chloride or acid chloride. Have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? Okay, you have done it in GTA. Wow. I have done alkanos and its compound. But I thought you are continuing. So now, let's do. Phosphorus has how many? Again, phosphorus has how many oxidation states, class? Number 1. Why is metal malleable? Close your book, close your book, close your book, close your book. Close your book, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Now, I'll be asking questions on what we've done. Why is metals conduct electricity? I can't hear you.
have free mobile electricity.
I can't hear you.
Because they have free mobile electricity.
I can't hear you.
Because they have free mobile electricity.
I can't hear you.
Because they have free mobile electricity.
Give me one metal that is liquid at room temperature. Give me one non-metal that is liquid at room temperature. How many elements do you have in the periodic table? How many occur naturally? How many are solid?
105.
How many are gases?
11.
How many are gases?
11.
How many are liquid?
2.
Now, which are
Mercury.
mercury and now the properties of elements based on their atomic number was stated by which scientist? Mostly he group elements into the periodic table based on their atomic number. Now let's go. Why do we call metals? Why do we say that metals are sonorous? The what they produce when what? When eating, Abi. When eating, they produce. Now, what is the name of the properties possessed by metal when light fall on them and they reflect it? What do we call it? Lustral property. Now, metal is said to be ductile when there was. Metals, are they donor or acceptor of electrons? There was. Now, when they dissolve or when they ionize it in water, they do what? When metals ionize in water, they do what? They form what? I don't want that one. When they dissolve in water, they do what? They lose electron by what? And form what is called cations. You said what? They form ions in solution by losing electron, right? Are we there? Now, between aluminium and aluminium ion, which one conducts electricity by free mobile electrons? Aluminium. Which one conducts electricity by hydrated ions? Aluminium. The only sulfide ion that is yellow is what? Is what? The one that is black is what? The one that is grey is what? Sodium sulfide is what? Potassium sulfide is what? Zinc sulfide is what? Hydrogen sulfide is what? Hydrogen sulfide is what? Is colorless. Hydrogen sulfide is but it has odor. Hydrogen sulfide is what? Is colorless but has odor. What is the odor of hydrogen sulfide? Rotten egg smell. Rotten egg. When sodium combine with oxygen, it form what? It forms oxide. It forms sodium oxide. Now, what type of oxide? What type of oxide is sodium 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 oxide? Now, this one said they dissolve in water to form base. You see, actually, thank you, bank, Crystal Bank, base oxide, very correct. Now, I actually like what you said. You said they dissolve in water to form base. No, Are you getting that? It's not like they dissolve in water. Metals are not, they are not dissolvable in water. They can only react to water to form base. That's why we call them alkaline. I get now. We call them what? No, group one elements are called alkaline metal. Group two elements are called alkaline earth metals. So the only thing is that these metals, they can only combine with water to form base, not like they dissolve in water. Do you know the meaning of dissolve? When you add salt, for example now, salt, when you add salt to water, you cannot see that salt again. You cannot see that salt again unless you want to use evaporation to dryness. Now, but when you put metal in water, you can still see metal in your water. This is telling you that they cannot dissolve in water. They can only combine with water to form what? To form basic oxide. To form alkaline solution. Hope you get what I'm saying. Bank. Hope you get what I'm saying now. So they do not dissolve in water. They only combine with water to form what? To form alkaline solution. So very, very good. Now let's continue. Now, oxide of non-metals. No, sodium is what? Is it metal or non-metals? Is it metal or non-metal? Is it metal or non-metal? Is it metal or non-metal? Now, oxide of metals are basic oxides. Oxide of metal 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 are basic oxides. Now, what type of oxide is potassium oxide, class?
Basic oxide.
Calcium oxide is what? Is it basic or acidic? Why? Because calcium is a metal, and I told you that oxide of metal is called basic oxide. Are we there? Now, oxide of no metal are acidic oxides. And they are called acid anhydride. They are called acid anhydride. And they are called acid anhydride. And they are called acid anhydride. Please, let's like this thing. Let's like it, and make sure you help me to forward this link to your friends so that they can join us. Now, oxide of non-metals are acidic oxides. Why oxide of metal are basic oxides? Now, if I give something like this, SO2 is what class? Because this oxide of non-metal. Sulfur is what? It's non-metal. I get it now. It's acidic oxide. If I give you CO2, is it basic or acidic? If I give you NO2, is it basic or acidic? So they are acidic oxide, and they are called acid anhydride. Now, if I give something like this, Al2O3, what type of oxide is this? I thought you are going to say because aluminum is a metal, therefore it's a basic oxide. So aluminum oxide is amphoteric, teric. So amphoteric oxide. Now, if you say something is amphoteric, what do you mean? That is, amphoteric oxide are oxide that can react with either acid or base to form salt and water. Are we there? Another thing you have to know is that when amphoteric oxide reacts, you look up When ammonium oxide react with acid, they form normal salts. When ammonium oxide reacts with acid, they form normal salts. When ammonium oxide reacts with acid, they form normal salts. When ammonium oxide reacts with what? With acid, they form normal salts. But when ammonium oxide reacts with base, but when ammonium oxide reacts with base, but when ammonium oxide reacts with base, they form complex salts. But when ammonium oxide reacts with what? With base, they form complex salts. Now, bank, and I think bank is following me. Blossom is following me. Temporal is following me. So let me ask this question for you. Oh yeah, you guys listen to me. Oh, listen to me. What do we call oxide of non-metals? So what do we call oxide of non-metals? What do we call oxide of non-metals, class? What do we call oxide of non-metals? I'm waiting for you. What do we call oxide of non-metals? Acidic oxide. Very, very good of you. Acidic oxide. Acidic oxide. Very good. Acidic oxide. You are correct. Acidic oxide. So oxide of non-metals are acidic oxide. Now, okay, I told you that if you don't want to call it acidic oxide, what can you also call it? If you don't want to call it acidic oxide, what can you also call it? If you don't call it acidic oxide, what can you also call it? If you don't want to call it acidic oxide, what can you also call it? So yeah, I'm waiting for your response. Oh. If you don't want to call it acidic oxide, what can you also call it? If you don't want to call it acidic oxide, so what can you also call it? Acid anhydride. Very, very good of you. Very, very good of you. Acid anhydride. I love that. I love that. It means that you follow me very well. You got it. It's acid anhydride. You got it. You got it. Now, what do I call amphoteric oxide for you? What do I call amphoteric oxide for you? What did I call amphoteric oxide for you? What do I call amphoteric oxide for you? What did I call amphoteric oxide for you? What did I call amphoteric oxide? They react with both acid and base. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, do you have my contact? Can you see my contacts on the YouTube channel? Do you have my contact YouTube channel? Answer me. Do you have Dr. Nephron contact on the YouTube channel? Now, message me after the class, please. I have something for you. Message me after the class. Okay, you don't have. You don't have. You don't have. You don't have. Okay. I will write it on the board maybe after the end of the class. You guys, after the end of the class, I will write my numbers on the board. And hope you follow me. Hope you subscribe to the channel. All of you that are here, hope you subscribe to my channel. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Have you subscribed to my channel? Have you subscribed to my channel? I'm waiting for your reply. Have you subscribed to my channel? Very, very good. And have you watched all my videos on the YouTube? At least now, my video is up to like 27 videos. Plus this one after the live session now, it will be like 28. So hope you guys have watched my videos very well. Okay, very, very good. So don't worry, after the class, I will write my number on the board. So then you message me through your you will DM, just DM, then I will save your contacts. So I will add it to my revision class. I will add it to my revision class. Both you, bank and uh Kosiso. So I will add you to my revision class. So just message me. Now let's continue the class. Now, class, what type of oxide is what type of oxide is what type of oxide is zinc oxide, class? Eh? My dagon. So zinc is metal. Some people will say since zinc is metal, so definitely it is a basic oxide. No, zinc is metal, but it's amphoteric. Now, zinc hydroxide is zinc hydroxide amphoteric oxide too. Between zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide, which one is amphoteric oxide? Sing dey play. Both zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide they are amphoteric. Note it down. Both zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide they are both amphoteric. Both zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide they are both amphoteric. Both zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide they are both amphoteric. Both zinc oxide and zinc hydroxide they are both amphoteric. Now, how about PbO? This one is amphoteric oxide. PbO is amphoteric oxide too. It's amphoteric. What do I already know? Great. So, zinc oxide is amphoteric oxide. Aluminium oxide is amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxide, zinc oxide is amphoteric oxide, zinc hydroxide is amphoteric oxide, lead oxide is amphoteric oxide. Now, how about this beryllium oxide too, BeO? Beryllium oxide is amphoteric oxide. Beryllium oxide is amphoteric oxide. And chromium 3 oxide, Cr2O3 is also amphoteric oxide. Please note it down. Yeah? Tin 4 oxide is amphoteric oxide. 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 So all these are amphoteric oxides. Number 1, aluminium oxide amphoteric, zinc oxide amphoteric, zinc hydroxide amphoteric, lead oxide amphoteric, beryllium oxide amphoteric, chromium oxide amphoteric, and tin 4 oxide amphoteric. So the thing is that the reason why I'm happy for you is that I already teach you many things before I traveled. Assuming I traveled early. That time I was telling you that, guys, if you are playing in class, I've already teach you many things. If you are playing in class, if you are playing in class, that time you started using, you are not teaching them. I told you what I've already taught you. We've covered many things before I traveled. All this thing now, I think that's what you are doing in physics. That's what you are doing in physics. Abi now, Mr. Sam, that was teaching you physics. Just thank God I've already taught you. Both videos, physical, everything. So I told you something that you don't know the value of what you have until. And now what the 4 minutes will be. What the medical doctor. Why have I got to that now? Now let's go, class. Please hope that we are jotting something down. Are you jotting something down? Good. Let's go. We have what's called neutral oxide. What do I call it? Again. We have what's called neutral oxide. Now, Neutral oxide include NaCO. Do you know that SO is neutral oxide?
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Bank and Cosiso. Do you know that H2O is neutral oxide? Do you know that? Do you know about H2O? Can you please post your phone number? My last song will soon finish. Okay, sorry. So it's 09049356004. So save my contact as Dr. Nephron. So this is my contact. So message me, tell me your name. That's my contact. 09049356004. So sorry for that. Sorry for that. Now, let's go fast. Neutral oxide. All of us know that water, most of you don't know that water is neutral oxide. So, you don't know that water is what is neutral oxide, right? Now, H2O is what is neutral oxide. Now, NO is neutral oxide. Now, NO is called nitric oxide. What do I call it?
Nitric oxide.
What do I call it?
Nitric oxide.
What do I call it?
Nitric oxide.
Mi ò gbọ́.
Nitric oxide.
NO is called nitric oxide. Is called nitric oxide. NO is called nitric oxide. NO is called nitric oxide. Trust me. I'm just sure. Yes. I can't wait to post your results. I'm going to post my student results. I hope you know that immediately after your JAMB results, we are starting 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks after the UTME stuff, we are starting our process straight. 2 weeks. I will only give you 2 weeks. I will only give you 2 weeks. Eh? Months too much. You want to finish everything before 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I propose every tutorial is 15K. It's 15K. Once I'll get our Telegram. Group. So just pass your exam. If you pass your exam, the next thing is very different. I promise you, right? Okay. No problem. I will come and take you for the exam. Now, let's go. Nitric oxide is NO. If you don't want to call it nitric oxide, what's another name you can call NO? What's another name you can call NO if you don't want to call it nitric oxide? We can also call it what? It's nitric oxide. Am I correct? Now, M2O, what do you call this one? Nitrous. We can call it nitrous oxide. We can call it laughing gas. We can call it laughing gas. Or we can call it dinitrogen 1 oxide. Dinitrogen 1 oxide. So this one I can call this one nitrogen oxide. I get now. I'm just saying nitrogen oxide is the same thing. This one is what? Di. This one also called nitrogen 1 oxide. Do you know? But this one is what? Dinitrogen 1 oxide. This one is what? Nitrogen 1 oxide. Now, they are neutral oxide. They are what? CO is neutral oxide. CO is neutral oxide. So CO is nitric oxide. Definitely, you want to be CO2.
Acid.
Acetic oxide. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Now, have we right? Okay. Okay. Now, reaction with reaction with reaction of metals with ammonia. Reaction of metals with ammonia gas. Class, anytime metals react with ammonia, they form what? For example now, okay, let's use this one. Let's take sodium. Sodium reacts with ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. So it form what? It form sodium amide. Kí mo pè?
Sodium amide.
Sodium amide.
Sodium amide.
Sodium amide.
Sodium
Sodium
amide.
amide.
Sodium amide.
Sodium amide. Sodium
Sodium amide.
amide.
Sodium amide.
So now when sodium react with ammonia, it form sodium amide. It forms sodium. It forms sodium. It forms sodium amide. Now let's go. So how do we write sodium amide? NaNH2 plus hydrogen gas will be here. Now, is it balanced? How can you balance it? We have 2 making 4. What if I put 2 here? I put 2 here. It's balanced. And I put 2 here. So that's balanced. So anytime this is sodium, this is called sodium amide. It's not amide though. Sodium amide. What do I call this?
Sodium amide.
Sodium amide. Not sodium amide. Sodium amide. Are we there? That's the reaction with what? With ammonia gas. Now, reaction with dilute acid. Reactions with dilute acid. Reactions with dilute acid. Reaction with dilute acid. Reactions with dilute acid. Reaction with dilute acid. Reaction with dilute acid. Reaction with dilute acid. Reaction with dilute acid. Reactions with dilute acid. Now, when metals, when metals react with acid, they liberate hydrogen gas. When metals react with acid, they what? They liberate hydrogen gas. When metal react with acid, they liberate hydrogen gas. When metals react with acid, they liberate hydrogen gas. Now, we have sodium plus HCl, solid, aqueous, to give. Now, Sodium plus HCl will give us what? N what? NaCl plus hydrogen gas. It's not balanced. I'm putting 2 here. I'm putting 2 here. I'm putting 2 here. So sodium reacts with HCl to form sodium chloride. For instance, so when you are done with those things, you are going to send it to the paid class. Snap it and send it maybe tomorrow for this in the morning. So that's other SVT students can benefit from it. So now, so sodium is what is a metal. So it's combined with acid, HCl, to form sodium chloride. And sodium chloride is what is a salt, Abi. Now, what type of salt is sodium chloride? Normal salt. Why? Because it does not contain any hydrogen. So this is aqueous, this is gas. Now, note, during the preparation of hydrogen gas, conc A2SO4 and HNO3 conc A2SO4 and conc HNO3 cannot react with metal to produce hydrogen gas, because they are highly or they are powerful oxidizing agents. Because they are powerful and strongly oxidizing agents. They are powerful or strongly oxidizing agent. Definitely, in the laboratory preparation of hydrogen gas, which acids are not used? Conc HNO3 and conc A2SO4. Why? Because they are gold oxidizing agents. So this is what they do. They oxidizes the hydrogen gas to water. Instead of forming only hydrogen gas, you now oxidize it to water. Why? Because they are good oxidizing agents. Same. Now, why can't we use conc HNO3 in the laboratory preparation of hydrogen gas? Because they are powerful and strongly oxidizing agents. So what they do, they oxidize the hydrogen to what? To water. Why is metal malleable? Why is metal ductile? Which metal can be cut using knife? What do you mean by sonorosity of metals? Metals conduct electricity because of what? Give one example of neutral oxide. One example of neutral oxide. H2O abi CO is also a neutral oxide. Oxide of non-metals are called dash. Or acid anhydride. Oxide of metals are called what?
Basic oxide.
Aluminium oxide is what type of oxide? Now, when amphoteric oxide combine with acid, they form what? Normal what? But when they react with base, they form what? Complex salts. The only sulfide that is yellow is what?
Ammonium sulfide.
The
Ammonium sulfide.
sulfide that is green is what?
Ammonium sulfide.
The one that is black is what?
Zinc sulfide.
Zinc sulfide is what?
White. White.
Calcium sulfide,
White.
sodium sulfide,
White.
potassium sulfide,
White.
zinc sulfide.
White.
Zinc sulfide is what? Is white. Called HNO3 and H2SO4 cannot be used in the laboratory preparation of hydrogen gas because of what?
Because they are powerful and oxidizing.
They are powerful and strongly oxidizing agents. When metal reacts, when sodium reacts, when sodium reacts with ammonia gas, it's from what? Sodium, or you call it sodamine. What do I call it? You don't call it sodium imine. I just call it sodamine. Sodamine. Who have this on the board? Who? Use my father I give you. Are you there? Are you there? So that's sodamine. So sodamine is when ammonia combined with sodium. Now, have you know some reactions of metals? Now, let me mention something. Sodium plus oxygen, Abi. You said this one give us what? Sodium oxide, Abi. Guy, there's something I want to say here. Please, very important. Now, so if the temperature, look up, if oxygen is limited, look up, if there is a small amount of oxygen, sodium now combined with oxygen in a limited amount, what's going to form is sodium oxide. But when the oxygen is in excess, forming was sodium peroxide. That's the UTME question. Even how many of you have saw it in Tesla? What the highest coin in Tesla? What the highest coin? Yeah, man. From that day, there's that we need to this. When are you guys down? What's the highest coin you use in Tesla? Hey, I use them. I use Tesla store. I know, man. I'm asking you. You go. 280. You go. 215. How do it? You go. Let me tell you one thing. This time around, there's something you can read that will enter. Because the prayer is already high. There's nothing you can read this time around that will enter. So the only thing you can do is to solve question every day now. Take question as normal CBT exam. I'm keeping saying this too. Later, if you now come to me, normal people will later come to me. I know, I swear to God. I don't pay to avoid to fail, but normal, some people will now come back again. If you are not writing it, like if you are not eating that thing twice, 3 times, you will not have sense. We are begging them to do the necessary things now to enter to their desired course. They don't know that now. Until they now feel, after they have feel, they cannot pay any amount you call for them for the tutorial. They now be very serious. And we are telling them now, seriously, they do not know until they now feel. If they now feel, if you tell them anything, they will do it. Your exam will be 2 days, 3 days for some people, 2 days for some people, 4 days for some people. Still, you don't take normal CBT practice to test yourself before the exam. Hey, doing this time last year. Then I don't put. I've not started calling myself a Nephron last year. I don't even think. I don't even know I'm yet a medicine. If you come back, if you come to this place last year, you will see also a past question. Tesla, I am Yusuf. Tesla every day. You read some question Tesla, do many things. I don't miss a challenge in Tesla. I don't miss a challenge. Out of the 12, I think I miss one. When the case of okay, we don't know that they have started. We miss one. Out of 12, I missed one. I attempted 11 challenges. I actually think every time I want to take them, I actually think back question is my written questions. And do you know the funny thing? I swear the least I had in all the challenges is 318. That's the least I had, and that's the first one. The highest I have so far is 351 in UTME, and I have countless of 330 plus. Definitely, if you have been scoring high, you're supposed to familiarize yourself to questions. I'm very sure all of you have not familiarized yourself with questions. Tesla contains more than 40,000 questions. Do you know that you guys are doing this thing? If you don't know it, if you are solving this question every day, and later go and check correction, you don't know them, but you are doing it, you are trying your best, you are checking correction. It is better than having it and not even practice it. Now, because there is no how you want to do it, you start come out course with 2 or 3 questions. They come out, and one question can divide you from admission. You know, if you miss one question, imagine you have 299 jam. So there's one particular question that you miss. That means if you don't miss that question now, you should have got 300. Some people don't get medicine last year because of 0.1 mark. If you know the value of missing one question in the exam, I swear you'll be crying. Since it is another value, you are following boys around, you are doing many things, you are making noise, you tell yourself to ask students. I'm not part of your tutor, I can't talk to you. You tell yourself, you and Ahmed and Co and be playing around. Liu, Paris, all of them, and now Lumi, they are working together, they are playing. Kenny and Emmanuel. So Dennis now, that one don't go extinction. It's nowhere to be found. Let me tell you, President has taught different students and they have gotten their circles. I swear to Almighty God, I can be proud of it. Last year, all my students, Patapatani Junior Tutorial College, they entered their desired course. I swear to God. It's only damning among all of them. It's only damning to know that we really try for them. This says our first self knows that your set is different. You said we know. Just be like you said we know. There's no scholar, there's no wiser. The only thing is what is Gista, Toaster, and Oga. And we even have Krista. God will help you. The one that you know how to do. Well done. I built it every day.
And we have gamer.
I built it. Anyone who paint it, I will. I will do that. I built it. My name is Sama. Poster serious. Back to Google. I'm going to see the they must be giant. Wallahi, I will see your results. I swear. Okay, you are listening to meeting inside class. I know this. Okay. So now, everything we have. Do you know that by next week now, some people will start checking their results. People that will get this week, by next week, they will start checking it. They play. Instantly. How many hours in the mock? You are stupid. This year, okay, what happened last year? Can you compare it to what happened this year? What they have done this year, they promote jam gone. What they have spent money on jam this year. Don't worry. Your race, what I'm very sure about is that the release of the results cannot 1 week. It can never up to our own. You're not even up to 1 week. It's like 5 days. 5 days. Let's just say approximately 1 week. It can never reach 2 weeks. It can never reach 2 weeks. So you have to be very serious with your UTME examinations, because if you really know what it entails, I swear to God, you'll be doing like this. Go to some tutorial in UI campus, TPOS, ETOS. When you enter the place, you now be feeling that wait to say the same exam you all right. So please, God will help you. God will help you. The best thing this year is to carry your desire course. School life is good though. In school, you're going to meet a lot of people. Either those that will affect you positively, or those that will help you negatively. Now, some people will be thinking that maybe you might school, maybe you might go tell them, you was school to my broke. You want to play, swear to God. You know how you do your things. I already now. This is not your own. You know what you are doing. You are good. I know what you are doing. You can never grow in your life. So there are many things I got when I get to school that I've never afforded. I've never bought it when I was at home. But when I get to school, different things, different developments, different things. I get that. All this kind of clothes, I don't wear it again. All this kind of clothes, I don't really wear it.
This is my night wear now.
Everything is actually time. It's the time. Don't worry. I've actually wear this kind of clothes because yes, everything is time. Everything is time. So, Emmanuel, don't worry, everything will change. Everything will change. This is not clothes, it's not clothes. Have you ever seen give us. Have you ever seen one of my picture after the practical I posted? That one even small. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying this to proud. I'm telling you that when you get to school, you're going to make like the way you talk, you change. The way you interact with people, honestly. But some people, they are stupid. It will be increasing. That stupidity will increase. But like there are some courses like medicine and surgery, pharmacy, nursing. There's no how you will enter, you will get admission to these courses. that will not change your mentality. But if you get admission to history, guy, poetry, you pack, you get like, so you will be worst. So my prayer for you that
Chill.
my prayer for you guys that you should what? You should all pass your UTME examination. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
this
sir.
one is what? Is it SS or limited?
Limited.
Limited. Now, but if it's SS, we are having what? Sodium plus oxygen to give sodium peroxide. What do I call it?
Sodium peroxide.
What do I call it?
Sodium peroxide.
So now, it is balanced. It is balanced. So when the oxygen is limited, we are forming sodium peroxide. But when it's in limited, we are forming what? We are forming ordinary sodium oxide. Are we there? Now, we are moving to sodium and its compound. Sodium and its compound. Sodium and its compound. Sodium and its compound.